Welcome back to prehighschooleducation.com. Today we are going to do chapter 8.8 in algebra 1, page 320, dividing polynomials. Before we go into the division of polynomials, we are going to do a division of regular numbers to remind you of how we divide numbers without using the calculator. So we are going to divide the number 537 by 4. Here, he puts here in the book that you have a cycle of divide, multiply, subtract. But if you know how to do it, you do not need to remember this cycle. First, we divide 5 by 4, and we get 1. There's 1, 4, and 5. And we multiply 1 times 4, and we get a 4, and we minus this from this 5, and we get the remainder 1. Now we get the second number down, and when I do get the second number down, I just put a small sign over it that I used this number. So now we have 13, and now we divide again. So this is the second cycle, divide, multiply, subtract, starts again. 13 divided by 4, that gives us 3. And 3 times 4, 12. We cannot put 13 divided by 4 as 4, then you are going to get 16 here. 4 times 4, 16. And you're not supposed to get a number bigger than this number. Your number here should always be smaller than this. And now we minus again, and we get a 1. Now we use the 7. And 17 divided by 4, that's 4. 4 times 4, that's 16. Minus, and we get a 1 as a remainder. So this is the remainder for this division. And now we can write our answer as 134 and remainder 1. Or if we have this as such, 537 divided by 4 equals, and you put the answer like this, or you can put it as 134 and 1 over 4. And this means it is plus 1 over 4, because this one is over 4. And also we can write this number as 537 divided by 4. We can write it as such. Now, when we are dividing polynomials, and we are going to use the example in the book, example number 2, here we're dividing 6x squared minus 9x minus 12 by 2x minus 5. We do the same thing as we did with the numbers. Divide, multiply, and minus. So now we put it this way. This is called the divisor, and this is the dividend. And the answer that you get is the quotient. First, we divide the highest power by the highest power. And 6x squared divided by 2x will give us 3x. Now we are going to multiply this by the whole number. So we're going to multiply 3x by 2x, and that gives us 6x squared. And 3x times minus 5, that gives us minus 15x. And we arrange the numbers, these numbers, under their counterpart. So if we have here an x, we put this under it. If we don't, let's say this 9x is not there, then you can fill here a 0 and put this under the 0. Now we do the minusing. So we are going to multiply this by a minus, which means we are going to change the signs. So we change the signs of these terms, and this becomes minus, and this becomes plus. Now we add minus 9 and plus 15x, that gives 6x, and here these give a 0. So we have 0 plus 6x. Now we're going to use the minus 12, and we divide 6x by 2x. This is the parentheses. and we get 3, so plus 3. And we multiply 3 by these two terms. So 3 times 2x gives 6x, and 3 times minus 5 gives minus 15. And again, we change the sign, so minus, plus, and we get here 3 and 0. So this will be our remainder. And so when we write the answer to this, we put 3x plus 3 plus 3 over 2x minus 5, because this number is over this number. And notice that when we end up having a remainder, the power of x and the remainder is going to be less than the highest power of x and the divisor. If we had an x, then we would be able to divide again. And here the power of x is actually x raised to 0. And here is x raised to 1. And x raised to 0 is 1. So you can see that the power of x in our answer, in our remainder, is less than the power of x in the divisor. And with this, we come to the end of this session, and we hope to see you again.